Oh my god, I have to get away real fast. She really wants to speak to the manager. This is some scary shite right here, oh my god.
I found you.
Ah, oh no. I think we finally managed to shake her off. Oh my god. Look over there. There's a high point where we can record memes. Absolutely amazing. Let's go, squad fam. Heck yes. When running from Karens, it's important to be at a high point so you can see all the predatory animals approaching you from a distance. What are you doing so far away? Come closer. You can't stay there. You're gonna get attacked. Come on. There's like a dog hunting team out here. Okay, I think it's good now. No, wait, there's another one. Oh, it's coming over. Look at this, there's puppers everywhere. Man, this day turned from good to amazing. Welcome, laddies, lasses and lassos, to the click in the woods in nature. My god, just as our Lord Sky Daddy Satan intended. Today we're gonna look at some r/freak YouKaren with just beautiful stories, beautiful memes, and it makes us feel a little bit less insane to look at it together. Enjoy. As an American, you have a right to not wear a mask. As an American business, we have a right to refuse to serve those not wearing a mask. Can't have it both ways. You are free to make a choice, but that means accepting the consequences of your actions. Screaming at employees and for businesses for protecting their workers and customers does not make you a patriot. It just makes you disrespectful. Don't mistake inconvenience for oppression. I think it's kind of like a center of the universe syndrome. My favorite comic ever is Herman Hedning, and one of the episodes is literally about him eating so much, so he tries to gain a gravitational field so food will automatically fly into his mouth, like birds and stuff. Absolutely beautiful. I think that's kind of what all these people are going for.
Baby shower rules. So my baby shower is in 2 days, and apparently people don't know that they aren't supposed to show up to a baby shower empty-handed. The purpose of a baby shower is to shower the baby with a gift. I made a rule stating that if you come empty-handed, you are not allowed to eat or have alcoholic drinks. Those who brought a gift will get a wristband at the door, so they are welcome to eat and drink as they please. Are really doing those little arm stamps they have at clubs, but for your home parties? Okay. It seems as though people aren't too fond of this rule, but because the time and money it took to prepare for this baby shower was very hectic to just allow people to eat and drink for free without getting my baby anything. For all that, I'd rather they not show up. Am I being dramatic with this whole gift situation?
If you spend so much money on the party, why not skip the party and buy your own baby things? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, then you would get exactly what you need and want, and you would avoid all this issue and drama. If it's really is, I mean, this kind of thing is more about gestures, right? Or am I just whooshing this? This feels so weird and entitled and unpleasant. It's not always the situation or complaint itself that determines if you're a Karen or not. It's how you react to it and treat people around you that does.
What do you mean I have to wait in line? It's so entitled. Don't you know I've been to the store all the time? Your best customer. I was here once 3 years ago and bought something for $12. I am a valued customer. Rap major Taylor Green says she reported Jimmy Kimmel to the Capitol Police for a threat of violence after he made a Will Smith joke about her. She's a very great source of content. I see that name popping up way too much, and it's never in like reference to anything positive. Jacobs Rees-Mogg is leaving this note for civil servants who aren't at their desks.
Sorry you were out when I visited. I look forward to seeing you in the office very soon. And every good wish.
Oh my god, that's so passive-aggressive. Is this how you breed a good work environment?
Okay, team, you know how we make this work environment positive and engaging for everyone. Passive aggressiveness. Ooh, am I right? Why is nobody applauding?
Putin, I am a victim of cancel culture like J.K. Rowling. Is this real? I'm losing my mind. Okay. Whew. Come on, Click, you're in the woods for this serene environment. Oh, here's like a story. Hell yeah. Karen visited my work today. For context, I work at a high-volume Cadillac dealership and also sells/services Chevrolets. Karen's come into our dealership 10 minutes late for her 4 p.m. oil change and tosses her keys to an advisor while jabbing on her phone loudly. It was a personal call and the word affair was mentioned, but that's all I got. Off to a great start. Cue to 5 minutes later when I look out of my office, which looks into the customer lounge. Karen has seated herself in a chair, but also pulled another leather chair from the other side to the lounge, so she could take off her socks and shoes and put her nasty feet on the other chair. Oh God. So she was all spread out while gabbling on her phone. She then proceeded to start complaining that she was waiting too long, it had been 15 minutes, and proceeded to walk around the entire dealership barefoot, complaining about the lack of service and the excruciating wait, yada yada. About 4:45, the advisor comes to her and says her car is all done, but during her courtesy inspection, the tech recommended new shocks, brakes all around, and since he was close to 100k mileage, not 100k bill, routine maintenance items. Karen barely paying attention as she is focused on the outrageous and disgustingly high cost of her oil change, under $50. But when the advisor told her what needed to be done to make her car road safe would be about $1,100, she completely lost it. She accused him of trying to take advantage of her because she's an older woman, and were trying to scam her, thinking she didn't know anything about vehicles. Well, Karen, you drive a 1999 Buick with almost 100k miles. The brakes are rusted through and you have metal on metal pads and rotors, so basically no brakes. My tech didn't even want to let you go because they technically aren't street legal in our state at this point. Your shocks are gone, as in not just leaking, but one was hanging on by a hope and a prayer, and the other one was so rusted my tech didn't know how she lost it. Your front driver's seat frame is rusted out, so you packed it with a 2x4 and foam spray. Oh my God, it's just one of those wooden cars you built as a kid at this point. Holy crap. God, I wish I had a picture of that. She didn't even get to hear about her totally bald tires. It's safe to say this woman had never done anything other than an oil change on her car. Period. She screamed and cussed, demanded to see the owner. She got the GM and service manager. My poor cashier, who was also being personally attacked at this point, just shut her window and refused to help her anymore. I mean, Karen did call her a pathetic C-word, so I can't blame her. GM and SM are attempting to explain everything to her, but she is refusing to listen. Finally, my SM calls me over. I am the office manager for sales, service and warranty, to try a female hand to calm her down, as she said she's now feeling threatened. While I hadn't been involved yet, I'd seen her behavior and was almost ready to step out anyway. I simply said, "Ma'am, you felt comfortable enough to take off your shoes and socks to rest on our leather chairs. You also felt comfortable enough to walk around our sales floor and service lounge barefoot. If now you're uncomfortable, I will take care of your oil change today. You have your inspection report with our technician's recommendation as well as our quote. Now, before I can release your car, however, I do need you to sign this waiver that you're taking your vehicle against our advice, as we have deemed it unsafe for the road. We consider it a risk to your safety as well as others. In order to protect us from bad customer decisions, we require this. State laws allows us to hold your vehicle if we deem it unsafe. Per state law, if you sign this, we cannot hold your vehicle." She signed it and called me a stupid effing bitch. I was condescending to her. Well, yeah, I totally was. And she couldn't believe she was being treated the way here. And of course the famous, "I am never coming back." She then claimed she knows the owner. The problem is, the owner's name isn't Peter. No, it's his son or any of his grandsons. Looking into her service history here, she's only been in once before, 3 years ago, for a wiper blade replacement.
Oh no, the lucrative business is slipping through our fingers. Dear God, Steve.
I mean, I'll give her credit, she is a little bit of a handy woman. She repairs her cars with 2x4s and foam. Oh my God. For the one who's wrapped around your finger, a gold band to wrap around theirs. Shopsman's gold wedding bands.
That is so sweet, look at that.
Love is in the air.
Sodomite, an abomination before God. Sadly, we're in the minority about the issue, but that's a good thing.
It looks like you and your friend Carlton are still clinging on to worldviews that are as old as our diamonds. Oh my God.
I've spent thousands of dollars since 2003, but because of your new ads and your snotty response, just then we are done. I've lost a screenshot your comment and made and sent it to your corporate office.
Hi, maybe you can consult the Old Testament to see what it says about screenshots. It's like, it's unnatural. And Twitter is natural. Get off Twitter then, Jesus Christ. Go eat a pine cone, that's natural. I want to see what that email looks like. They're probably gonna twist it into like, "I was harassed by a sales rep," not like, "I was just a little bit of raging homophobic and your sales rep called me out of my BS. Please fire your rep." Oh wow, I was just informed by a Karen at the Walmart marketplace that I was taking up a normal person spot because I have disability tags. And I wasn't parked at a disability parking spot. My day has been made. I will be laughing about this for the rest of the night. You know that as a disabled person, you also can't use normal bathrooms. You have to find one of those disabled bathrooms. Dear God.
I will not hesitate to call the police if someone with a piercing or tattoos try to speak to me. I don't care if you are poor and need money. I don't care if you're religious. I don't care if you have children. There is no way you can be conservative and have a piercing. It's impossible.
You know that your team is losing when you're gatekeeping it so hard that you will literally lose members of your team. Seems like a nice way to pay for failure.
I am keeping my children away from you, and that's just my opinion. And to me, piercings are one of the lowest signs of attention seeking. That and tattoos.
She says while posting it to Facebook for attention. The irony.
What makes someone want to mutilate their body for aesthetics is beyond me. And people need to love themselves. I would never date someone who would do that.
Well, I don't think they would date you either, so all fine. I'll agree to disagree.
Definitely insecure. Not only that, but good luck getting a job. Love yourself.
Yeah, because I certainly won't. It's important to love yourself, so it makes up for the blatant hatred on Facebook. The Patriot Convoy just did a blockade at the entrance of Disney. Car trouble. No one visiting Disney can get in. No one says empowered protest. Quite like ruining children's holidays. Numb. Waiter, I'll go ahead and get rid of this mess for you. Man, thank you so much. Her name's Karen, by the way. Can you imagine just coming and swooping her up and take it to the dishes to clean up that dirty, dirty mess? What happened to the sunshine? Come on. It's April. It's basically summer. Welcome back, you beautiful little beans. We are now indoors because I desperately need some caffeine. I am an old man. So let's proceed with the memes here for just a little bit before we go back into the questionable wilderness. You look amazing today. That's intense.
Brainwashing our kids. This is Marvel's Spider-Man for PS4 video game. Can you see what this says? It's telling Spider-Man to disperse vaccines in the water supply. Oh my god, it's outrageous. It's literally brainwashing. My Facebook group is gonna hear of this.
Karen Morph, blah! It's so funny. I watched like an Alien marathon with Potat just a few days ago. Oh my god, the universe just aligns gorgeously. No threats, no verbal abuse, no physical violence of any kind. If you threaten, endanger, or harm transportation security officers during screening, TSA will pursue criminal penalties and fine up to $13,000. God damn. Well, I guess that kind of discourages any rambunctious behavior by said Karens. Oh man, that's so good.
NB class fields and chatter. Does anyone know why the garbage trucks aren't running? We set up our bins Monday evening for our usual Tuesday trash day. Here we are 3 days later and they're still sitting full on the curb. I even made sure they were spaced evenly for their convenience. It's getting really frustrating and we had to throw bags into the garage because there's no room. I'd like to go to the baller building with extra bags, but my lunches are just too short and I can't make it there on time.
What the frick? It's a frickin' blizzard. I've seen garbage men get out and stand them up. Quit throwing so much shite away. You'll be just fine. Wait, there's a blizzard and the entire city is locked down. You're complaining about garbage? Here's the beautiful thing. If it is a blizzard, it's freezing outside, which means the trash won't get like rancid and bad. It's just gonna freeze. So if it sits there for an extra day, it's not as bad as if it was scorching hot summer. And take it from someone who lives in Sweden that spends half their time in a polar nightmare. If you're an anti-vaxxer who likens your suffering to Jews in the Holocaust, a friendly reminder that you still have your home and business. You aren't forced to wear anything labeling you an anti-vaxxer. You aren't being beaten in the street. You aren't being hauled off in the middle of nowhere to be worked to death or straight up murdered. You are not oppressed. You are not a wolf among sheep. You aren't even a sheep. You're a brain-dead, gibbon-howling nonsense while singing your shite everywhere. Kindly go frick yourself. It's like how to endanger everyone else in society while comparing yourself to someone while completely minimizing their people's experience and thinking you're in the right to do so. This is amazing. The lack of self-awareness is Yummalicious. I'm genuinely interested to see if the tone of that debate changes over time. If it switches from like, no, the vaccine is bad to like, think about us anti-vaxxers, because after a while they're gonna be like the people at the highest risk. So it's kind of interesting to see how the tone changes after a while. We'll see, baby.
Hello, if you don't be a sheep emoji, and wear a mask, I will tip you an extra 15 cash. Just trying to make sure people aren't sheep emoji.
Hi, Timothy. I am sorry, but my health is worth more than $15. I'm on my way now.
Okay, you're getting a bad review, libturl.
Anyone using that term is, oh my god, just a fellow intellectual. Thanks, I left your food on the porch. Merry Christmas.
Have fun living on unemployment after I get you fired.
Nothing says lovable, nice, civilized debate quite like going after people's livelihoods for wearing a mask when they're delivering your food. When you die and wake up in purgatory. Oh dear God. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, $5. You'll earn 25 cents.
Hi, how quickly can you ship? Thanks.
You declined the offer from...
Wow, really? Can't spare $1? Happy holidays to you.
No, Karen, I can't spare another dollar. Can you? Just ask you to murder your entire profit margin.
Why don't you give it away basically for free? Can you sell it as a loss, please? It is Christmas after all.
Has anyone heard of Chinese food and soy products causing straight men to become Ephraimite, possibly homosexual? I've read some theories on Chinese products also contributing to the outbreak of transgender and homosexuality plaguing this nation. Hashtag China.
Oh my god, what? I also love the just kind of casual transphobia and homophobia, like, it is literally disease? Wow. Damn. I've heard of bad diarrhea, but I don't think I've ever had so bad diarrhea that I literally shat out my brain. You should probably go see a doctor. Review for a hot dog restaurant.
I'm not a fan of the hot dog smell when you walk in.
It's like when you go to a bakery.
I'm not a fan of pastries.
So here we have just a little car parked in the middle of 4 parking spots. It's important to take up your space in the world. Establish dominance and make life as difficult as possible, just to make life difficult for your fellow human people. Mwah. When she wasn't giving a larger seat, she apparently faked a medical condition and forced the pilot to turn the plane around. Oh my god, that can't be legal. I can just imagine how much she gets sued, not only from the people who missed their flight and have to buy new tickets and stuff, but from the airline itself. That's really expensive, not to mention the potential environmental effect, because plane weight is often calibrated after how much fuel you spend during the flight. So if you have to turn a flight around after a short distance, chances are you have to dump a bunch of fuel to be able to land with the proper weight to the plane. So, you know, all the equipment and stuff doesn't get crackly wackilies. This is really bad. Don't do this.
At the Berlin War last week, walls work.
Is this supposed to be like pro your opinion? This is not a good look. How can you... Customer review.
I'm sure it works. I guess I just don't understand how that's more efficient. Like, once my dog craps in my neighbor's yard, it's no longer my problem. Who am I to tell him to buy this thing and install it?
Wait, what? You want your neighbor to get tools to deal with your dog's poo-poo?
He doesn't even own a dog. I like to think I'm pretty easygoing. Compromise when I'm at an impasse.
Well, of course it would seem like a compromise to you. Your dog is pooping in the neighbor's yard. That's not a compromise.
But my neighbor didn't seem to like the idea at all.
So your dog is pooping in your neighbor's yard, and you're like,
why don't just buy a dog pooping tool?
Yeah, that's a compromise apparently. The neighbor has to pay for new tools to clean up your dog poo. That's not a compromise.
Hey girl, we realized your husband isn't army, so we can't purchase the baby items. No offense, it's just disrespectful to my husband. We don't mix branches. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how to respond to that. We don't mix branches. We are dependents, not military. It's my posting, and what does this job have to do with baby items? Not to be rude, but that's ridiculously childish and sounds like entitlement. But thank you for letting me know. Have a good night. The army just has standards, and as an army wife, I have to withhold that expectation.
You know, uphold. It's the wrong word.
This is an army base, Marine. You guys are on our turf, sweetie.
I'm not replying what I'm thinking because just wow. Again, have a good night, goodbye. So your entire identity is what your husband's job is. That's your entire identity and source of entitlements. Dear God. Why are you posting all my numbers all over Facebook? They can't do anything more than here, Mom. You psych yourself out over nothing. That's my confidential info I send to you because you're my mom, not to post on Facebook.
Because I have medical personnel on my Facebook.
Press X to doubt. Doesn't mean I want my info just out there.
They are giving me great advice. About what?
Makes me not want to send you stuff.
Meh, it's going to be gossipy or dramatic. I will block her. I am your mother. Really? You're gonna start that? I have hundreds of people worried about you.
She isn't. She just told me you were worried. I'm the only one who's saying I don't want my info posted around.
It's easier to make one update and reply to 50 texts. There's nothing confidential posted as an issue, is it? Nobody can do anything malicious with that information, so chill out and don't be a butt.
So make an update then. You can update people without saying what my labs look like. So you're posting your daughter's test result from the hospital for Facebook clout and pretending it's like, I'm getting people to care. Does it matter? Random people on Facebook is not gonna magically cure your daughter. And if she's concerned about her info being leaked, maybe that's worth more than Facebook likes. And to be perfectly honest, you can have both. You're probably gonna get the exact same likes on Facebook if you just withdraw that information, just tell them like, hey, daughter's in the hospital, things are looking better, your support is appreciated, same clout, no personal information, everyone wins. It's such a non-issue. Oh my god. This person wasted 20 minutes of my time by not moving because of my checkmate. Nothing's as petty quite like wasting the time of a stranger online because they dare defeat me in chess.
Hi there. There are a few people on the street who have complained about you leaving your car on the road. I thought you wanted to know. Hope you're doing something good this weekend. Abby.
Thanks for the heads up. It was so kids could play basketball. Is that technically not allowed?
I believe it's a fire hazard for emergency vehicles.
Interesting. My mother-in-law got a warning when her car was sticking into the street. Ours were not even on the pavement. I guess if somebody else complains to you, please suggest they talk to us directly or go ahead and just call the police.
Even if it's off the road, it's a narrow street. I was letting you know so you would not be surprised if you got a call from the cops.
Cool. Thanks. In the newspaper, police received a complaint that parked car on this street would be in the way. An officer investigated and determined that the vehicle was completely off the road and not a hazard. I wonder who, like, the anonymous tipster was. Could it have been you, Abby? Would have been a very strange coincidence as you were just a concerned neighbor. Wow. My neighbor is a Karen.
Please help. This McDonald's has this dinosaur and refused to remove it. It's in Tucson, Arizona. Call the manager and demand the removal of this blasphemy. The phone number is this. They're located at here. Please, it's a dinosaur. It's blasphemy.
Didn't you know that in the Bible 2.0, Jesus was riding a dinosaur with laser rifles? You should read it. It's a very cool book. I want to make merch like that. I'm not sure if it's allowed. I might get bombarded with hate, but it feels so worth it, right? I would be more into religion if we could ride dinosaurs.
Kids burn things. If you don't like it, don't go out.
This is so beautiful. It's like when people make their crappy kids everyone else's problems, or just them in general everyone else's problems. Like,
you don't like being kicked in the knees? Well, you shouldn't walk on the street next to me, I guess. It's not me doing bad things, it's you that should just accept it.
Within good, there's a capacity for evil. Within evil, there's the capacity for good. The balance between good and evil. And then there is space, Karen. Me, 26M, talking to my Karen sister, 36F. She hides the towels when I'm sick, so she doesn't get sick. Can you please tell me where I can get a clean towel? The laundry machine is full and I'm sick. I want to take a bath.
How lovely. I want to go see my mom Monday, and now I might get her sick when her immune system is low. How thoughtful of you.
Well, they're getting clean, which is good. That will reduce infectious rates. If you're worried about getting your mother sick, wait a week with going to seeing them to see if you get the symptoms or not. And the third thing, isn't it easier to just have dedicated towels, especially if one person is sick? Why hide them all? Just give them one towel and they can stick to it until they feel better, and then you just wash that towel. It's so easy. And but they're not gonna wash when they're sick? That's gonna make the spread like 10 times worse. Oh my god. Is this still available?
Yes.
Are there any issues with the car?
No, absolutely none. I've had a lot of Indians like you waste my time, so I'm not going to meet you. I don't like Indians. They waste time and are stupid.
That's completely racist, and I'm not Indian, by the way.
I don't care. People that are studying at MSU from other countries are stupid. They love to waste time and they're cheap shite, like you.
Dear God, wow. I like how they try to be racist, and they couldn't even get the race right. Then you know it's like really in the right place. I'm so desperate to be racist, I'll just make up a race for you so I can discriminate you. Heck yeah. Empowerment. Frick YouKaren from 1920. 100 signed petition to keep children off park grass. Oh my god. Aldermen of the city in Avansen today denied the petition of 100 residents who thought to prohibit children from playing in the suburbs chief park. Raising grass is secondary to happy children. Yeah, amazing, wow.
Children nowadays don't want to go outside and play, but you're not allowed to play on the grass. Be in the middle of the road, Timmy.
I'm not gonna let one nasty Karen ruin my day, but seriously, I wanted to throw a candle at her. What happened? I had a Karen yell at me over a candle. Walks into store, gets served by Karen. She's wearing a mask. She's polite and not rude. She's the manager. Oh my god. The change we have all been asking for. It's happening. My god. I am a believer after all. In case you did not know.
Prop lifting or picking up fallen succulent leaves or any other leaf plant off the floor of the garden center of pinching off leaf and taking them home appropriate. It is theft. Please do not do it.
Yeah, you see a little leaf on the ground and you pick it up. Now you're a criminal. Pay with your blood.
The service here is terrible. You've just lost a valuable long-time customer.
I have never seen that bitch in my life. It always do be like that though. It's like,
I come here every day apart from the last never, but like, yay, I'm valuable. Before marriage, I agree with my partner not wanting kids, thinking he will change his mind later.
okay, this starts off good.
I skipped birth control and got preggo. My husband is demanding a divorce.
Oh my god, did you really ghost your husband?
At any cost, I won't abort nor let him go. How do I force him to stay?
You can't force him to stay. He is not your slave or your prisoner. This is so yikes. What? I feel bad for that kid. Yeah, poor child would have to deal with this for 18 years. This is so unbelievable to me because once you have children in the picture, your priorities are secondary because the kid is not, an independent adult. When you're with your partner, your needs are, well, basically equal, at least for most parts. But it becomes a completely different story when you have a kid in the picture. So trying to force your partner, potentially creating a really shaky marriage at best, and at worst, growing up with a single mom and your father is out of the picture, like for no reason when you could have just tried to find someone who was also interested in having kids to begin with. It's a weird attitude to me. It's really wild. You're just paving the road for this kid to have as much difficulty growing up as possible. You don't have to do this. This unhinged Karen who hit and bit flight attendants and other passengers on an American Airlines flight last July and was tied and duct taped to her seat was fined $82,000. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it is a severe safety issue when it's on a flight, but that's really funny. That's really funny.
Friendly reminder.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is not a friendly reminder.
Hostile reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year unless you're literally from a country that does, or if you're invited by someone who's from a country that does.
A friendly reminder that I hereby formally invite everyone to celebrate Lunar New Year. Oh, the anti-gatekeeper we don't deserve, but the one we love.
This type of gatekeeping is so stupid and pointless.
Well, it is Twitter. If there isn't an issue, you have to create an issue to show that you are morally superior. That's how we do it. Karen dolls, puppets, and dog toys. Wait, dog toys?
I demand to speak with your manager.
Oh, so you toss it to the dog so it gets chewed on? That's kind of funny. That's pretty funny. Just wait until you see a Karen in the comments like,
Are you saying we should promote violence and dog bites? Oh.
The first two plague pandemics ended after ravaging Afro-Eurasia, and the third was stopped by a vaccine.
Karen who say the plague went away without a vaccine? All of this goes against my Facebook group. It must be a lie.
Karen tells Chinese bus driver in China to go back to China. Imagine coming to someone's home and you're like, you should go home. It's like, well, yeah.
I would like to speak to the manager of Twitter. I own 9.2% of it.
Well, now he owns all of it, I guess. That was a twist. I think it was kind of like a little bit of banter, but I'm not sure if anyone expected him to actually do it. Gosh darn. So look at this parking right here. Absolutely beautiful.
Karen resisting the urge to go off on a fast food worker when they forget the ketchup package.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. Oh, that's amazing. That's a weird way to spell Karen.
Hashtag mom life.
Yeah, this is brave warriors of Facebook.
I want to speak to the manager.
Okie dokie. Oh gosh, I'm finally the person that angry customers speak to. After all these years, I'm sorry. It's an emotional moment.
So are you going to speak to me?
No, go away. You take the honor and then you leave. Level 1 Karen wants to see your manager. Level 10 Karen, smarter than everyone else in the room, wants to see the manager. Level 20 Karen, demands the presence of the manager. She has been assaulted by an employee. Level 50 Karen, summoner of regional directors, can and will use her lack of common sense to slowly numb you into a state of unconsciousness. Level 100 Karen, too powerful to stop, demands to see the CEO. She has a PhD in every field, so don't even try to tell her that coronavirus exists. She has a PhD in medical science too. Level 500 Karen, demands to have a meeting with a board of directors. She's the smartest being on earth, don't even try to argue with her. She's now in control of the outlet you work at, and she's now overthrown the manager. The CEO is next. Level 1000 Karen, a flat earther, anti-vaxxer, professional conspiracy theorist, and a CEO of nightmares. She's already taken control of the entire company, has moved on to greater things that Karens do. Oh dear God. I'm not looking for any action to be taken, I'm just reporting a minor incident. I was doing yard work in my front lawn today. I happily greeted Karen, who was in her yard but she did not return the greeting. She seemed upset and then started verbally accusing me of letting leaves from my yard blow into her yard. I have always raked my leaves, but she does not feel that way. I looked at her yard and did not see many leaves over there, but she kept repeating that I was wrong for not taking care of my leaves. She pointed out 5 to 6 leaves that were in her yard, and she felt blew over from my yard. She also complained about my crepe myrtle, saying that leaves from the tree fell into her yard. She believes it's a serious matter, and let me know that she's older and cannot rake up the leaves. I do not believe leaves blowing from one tree to her yard are my responsibility because I don't want to trespass onto her property. She seemed really upset, so I just let her know I will try harder to rake up leaves and continue my day. I'm not looking for action, I'm submitting the incident for record keeping. You're gonna wake up one morning to your tree mysteriously cut down. That feels to be the route that is taken. We think our staff is pretty amazing. Please don't kill their spirit by the use of negative or unkind words. If you feel you can do their job, we are accepting applications. We love you.
When you post your vaccine card, you are unknowingly slapping the survivors of the Holocaust across the face.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. The irony is staggering. Who's slapping who across the face, dear God?
Are you taking a picture of me?
Karen changing baby's diapers on top of Old Navy's clothes. That just doesn't seem sanitary. Imagine walking up in a store, trying on a piece of clothing, and you realize a baby did their doo-doo exchange on top of said clothes. I would not be too thrilled.
I found you.
Oh no! Wait a second. I am the manager. Yeah, that was easy. Oh God. Okay, well, finally, we don't have to pretend to be in the forest anymore. Good times, baby. Remember, you smell amazing, you are amazing, and anyone else telling you otherwise is a horrendous liar. See you next time, you beautiful bean. There we go, that's a bit more space. Just so...